Yeah, so y'all know like the past couple of days I have been using like these microphones I bought, and they nice and all that, but I ain't take the time to set them up, and so they fake. They do block out all the outside noise and all of that, but them shits ain't doing justice for me like I need them to. I don't like how it sounds. It make my voice sound too weird and shit. And for right now, we just gonna rock like this for another week or so while I finish putting these pieces together. It's crazy because there's so much shit. Like I don't even be wanting to know if I really just want to go in on here and just chat about everything, even though like part of breaking this whole shit down is not playing the game. Like all the shit you normally would do. Like, oh, I ain't gonna go in here and tell my business because everybody be in my shit. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Like, half of the time motherfuckers is assuming anyway. And if motherfucker is wrong, then they not even assuming wrong. They be fucking right. You feel me? So, who cares, man? It doesn't really matter who knows what. If you don't care about what they know type shit, you feel me? I'm definitely not in a hidey phase. That's not the situation. So, this lawyer, man. To begin with, I caught this motherfucker forging documents pretty much. I should back out and shoot one of them motherfuckers. That's the reality of it. Caught this nigga forging documents. But since we all agreed to the law, we gotta hope that the law works. That's what I be talking about when I mean like playing this game like that. But you see how I just tweaked and my schizo came out and I was like, I should shoot that nigga? That was on a walk by this motherfucker who just seemed like he wouldn't get out my way type shit. It be super tough niggas who be at work and I just don't understand. Like, nigga, you at work. You work at a shelter. You work at a restaurant. It's not the time. Get the fuck out my way. You know what I mean? Like, be decent. It's always the bitch ass niggas who trying not to be decent. That shit get on my nerves, man. And then when you put your hands on them, the police gotta get involved. You can tell these bitch ass niggas when you look in their face. Niggas be bitches and they always walking with a bitch. Like this fat stinking nigga. You bitches is always picking these niggas. Clown ass, dirty ass niggas. It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. They really don't want no smoke. Niggas want to make a scene and get to know you. I was with niggas like that in jail, bro. I was with niggas who would really like make it seem like y'all got beef just so they can have a reason to speak to you on some we piecing it up shit. We not piecing it up because we never had beef, you faggot. These entities always want to get in your fucking circle. This shit is crazy, bro. Hey, yo, what up, my people? Entities always want to get in my fucking circumference, man. And like, this is what I came on here to talk about. The fact that I understand everything, right? That's their job. So all the time when I be yelling about, yo, why you getting mad at birds for flying, if that's what they do, I be doing the same thing in those aspects. Like, I know these niggas are lifeless morons. I know that. I know when they get up, they can't think about nothing but trying to bag a bitch, or they don't even think about money, even though that's not high up on the totem pole. But at least, at least we can all agree upon that still got to function. These niggas wake up and think about nothing, and they always got a bitch. She always got a job, and they always doing nothing, and you bitches love it. And that's why I don't feel sorry for none of them. He could have just started stomping a mud hole in her. I wouldn't have helped her, because you got no business with him. At some point, you got to have some discernment in your own and some common sense. Everybody can't be acting dumb all the time. That's what y'all do in this God shit. Y'all think like God is gonna just let you do anything and just welcome you to fuck back. That's not how that shit gonna work, bro. That's not how that shit gonna work. And as I get to understanding all of this shit a little bit more, I start to realize knowledge really is power. Like when you know something, you have options. That's the first thing that comes with the power. The first power you get to use is your power of options. Your options could be based on your abilities. If you a fat, stinking motherfucker, you ain't gonna be able to move around and do nothing. You know what I mean? But shit, if you got some abilities and you got some knowledge, now you in the game. Because look, I caught these niggas forging my documents. I mean, I'm flabbergasted in a way. I've never been in such a position of power in their system. You know what I mean? I went in the case file, and I know I'm smart, so I said, ain't no way that these niggas are smarter than me just because they put on a fucking suit. So I went in the case file and I broke everything down. I only got one case to worry about. They got 1,000 cases that they all lying on. They got to keep track of all of that shit. I said, I got to beat these niggas. If I can't beat these niggas, I don't even deserve nothing. I don't deserve no fucking money. You heard? Because that means I ain't shit. And I got to understand who I am too. I think people are scared of that part. There was a time where I was really trying to figure out, like, if I'm really that motherfucker. You know, had to have a couple of fights, a couple of things where I thought through shit, and like I am. You know what I mean? If I wasn't though, I was like, I don't know if I was prepared to accept it, but I would have fucking found it out that I ain't who I think I am, and I need to chill the fuck out. And I think I'm smart enough to have accepted it and maneuvered in a way to where whatever level of eliteness I am, I'm going to be at the peak of that, and I'm going to get next to motherfuckers who higher in hopes that I can get higher. I'm not going to be a sucker. You know what I mean? Like, people got the sucker syndrome down pat. That shit is crazy. And you know, if a motherfucker just start listening to me, they going to automatically think I'm crazy. You would have to go into, like, the archives and see the development. See from when I used to get on here and just scream and yell, and I was fresh out of a rage, as opposed to now, when I actually do a little bit of thinking before I even get on this bitch. I was playing the game. You know, I don't work with white people, so I was just chilling, doing what I want to do, playing the game, relaxing, you know. And I was just giving thought to all of these things because I'm always constantly trying to figure out something better. You know what I mean? For me, I pointed out a couple things I did corny today, and I was like, nigga, you gotta. But I was like, do it really matter? I'll be weighing the corniness of it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's corny, but it ain't affect nobody but you. That's one of the main keys of how I got better in the first place. I stopped letting my shit affect other people. If you could do that, you'll be able to finesse everything else easy. You know what I mean? Because when you put everything on your lap, it's up to you to, you know what I mean, move it around, and you'll eventually fix things when they're in your lap. So I stopped letting my mind tell me that other people is the fucking problem, and I put everything on me, even though other people is the fucking problem. I put everything on me. I don't give a fucking motherfucker just jump up and just do some random shit right now. I'll still blame myself. Probably be like, I shouldn't have been outside or some shit. You know what I mean? Not blame, but you know, I'll take some accountability for the fact that, nigga, anything. I'll just take some accountability because it's fucking there. You heard? Fuck it. That don't mean I'm not gonna whoop ass or get money or whatever I'm in the midst of doing. That don't mean that I'm not gonna stop. You know what I mean? It just means I'm gonna be a little bit accountable. When I used to get in fights in prison, I used to think to myself, nigga, if you wasn't here, you wouldn't be in trouble. So, you know, so it all makes sense. You know what I mean? To a certain extent. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm figuring this shit out, and it's getting a little bit easier. A little bit. But the hardest part is really me. It's really me. It's really me sitting there sometimes being like, motherfucker, you like glitching out. Like you want something. Like, and then I'm like, what? Like nothing be wrong. You feel me? Nothing. Motherfucker be A1, fine. Nothing wrong. And I just still, you know what I mean? So that's how I know. And I know if I be going through that at my stage of the development and shit like that, I know other motherfuckers is deep in the devil, deep in the matrix. They don't know what to do when that shit start hitting. They literally listen to the voice in their head that tells them to go do some nut shit. Then they be in the middle of some shit. A couple years ago, though, motherfuckers was explaining their problems to me and shit like that, and I just couldn't relate. Like the type of problems they had on some G shit. Our dad couldn't relate. So I was like, you know what? Maybe it's me then, right? I'm not gonna go the whole summer without talking because I want to keep real life moving. I think I'm not gonna go the whole summer. But it get boring after a while. I'm telling you. After a while, you don't gotta prove shit. After a while, you just feel like a fool after everybody see what you talking about. When you crash the fuck out and everybody come to the conclusion, the same conclusion that you've been telling them about, you feel corny. You feel like, you know, well, I did that for. Remember what I said about the options, right? That's the first thing it do for you. Give you options.
Yo, I'm cool. I feel like you said that I should. Now, if the blue be watered down, that's it. 89? I take it from what I juice. You don't want the juice. You owe me change. You didn't want the juice because it was watery. The juice was watery. Take that rest of the change you owe me. I know because you ever give me back my change.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 15. Thank you. Difficult to deal with too, ain't gonna lie. But I should be. I'm not difficult for people like me. I'm difficult for people who haven't upgraded yet because they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about 90% of the time or what I'm on. But ain't no way you don't listen to my old one. I'm getting smart. I know why I didn't expound on that shit that the lawyer did. That's because I'm really in my head with it. Like, did these niggas really go that far to prevent me from touching some paper? Like, is it really like prevent the rise of the Black Messiah on some COINTELPRO shit in real life? Because I literally have an email from my lawyer telling me that he amended and refiled a settlement paper in my name. And then I looked it up and they said all settlements must be informed consent, meaning like if the judge rejected it the first time, then when you submit it the next time, everybody had to have seen the next submission and signed it or initialed it or some shit like that. He basically did that shit on my behalf, and I got his email admitting that, right? And I really have the power to take his fucking license because he's fucking crazy. I can't believe they was that arrogant though, that they really just think like they can do anything they want to everybody. It's a lot of them doing this to people. They activated me so much, I need to start an advocacy group for motherfuckers that's on disability and work. I ain't talking about the motherfuckers who just want to live their whole life and not do shit and get money from the government. Everybody want to do that, nigga. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about people who was legit, gainfully employed, and something happened and these people trying to cover their own ass. That's what insurance is for. Insurance is for to cover your ass. So why the fuck, when it's time for the insurance to kick in, you got to be doing some extra shit, sneaky shit. There's a whole shit going on with the insurance people. Like, why? I can't just sit down and let them niggas do me like that. They could call me a whistleblower or whatever the fuck they want to call me. But tomorrow morning is gonna be real interesting, because what they probably gonna do is, being that they're already in default for some of the settlement, you know, when this ain't like you sued somebody in the streets and them niggas ain't got no bread. This is not that. I'm suing AIG insurance company, Sedgwick Claims. This is not a random nigga in the streets. When the judge ordered them to pay, they supposed to pay, or the niggas gonna go dig in their pockets and give it to me. That's what stage we at right now. They 2 months past due on the payment that they thought we was about to settle on, and they was gonna throw that payment up in there. And I seen it. And I said, nah, nigga, that's a separate payment. The judge told me y'all paid me that already. We settling for or shit after that. My lawyer's in on it. All these niggas is crooks and creeps. I really can't wrap my mind around how sloppy they were though. Real sloppy. Like, I got access to the fucking case folder. Do you think I can't read? Real sloppy. Like, fuck your whole life and job up over a little old me, when you could have just did the right thing and went on about your business and robbed every fucking body else that's on your fucking client list, nigga. You so dumb that you gotta stop and thirst for me? The one? So here we are. Tomorrow morning, the advocate, you know, for the comp board, won't respond to me. They said they're gonna get back to me ASAP. I know that they sending for the C-210 or some type of payment form. These people got to produce a form showing they paid me. If they can't, then they in fucking penalty. It's that simple. Workers' comp law, section 25, section 32, this shit is easy. These people are not smarter than us because they put on a suit. I keep telling y'all, clowns put on suits too. If everybody started playing the legal game, they would change the whole fucking system up so fucking quick and make your head spin. They'd be writing that shit in another language and telling you to your face, you got to learn the language to understand this. Because that's what they pretty much already did by creating legalese. Once you learn the language and you understand everything, the law actually works for you. You can force it to work for you, or you can point and say, hey, look, everybody, they said it goes like this, and it doesn't really go like this. They more scared of that than anything, because that means the whole system doesn't work. And their whole parasitic way of living is to sell the idea of a system to people who scared to function without one. That's all they want to do. You motherfuckers love it. So scared of what would happen. What's crazy is that when I went to prison, I was like, there's guards here, but I know it's a structure inside of this bitch that actually keeps it normal. The guards don't do nothing but come after, like police. Police and guards, they never been there to do nothing but keep order or enforce somebody's fucking rule. Do the police, you call the fucking police to help? No, you call the fucking ambulance. You call the fire department. You call the police to do some bullshit to somebody. That's what you do. You call the police to fucking arrest people or hunt people down because you don't have the fucking capabilities, or because you's a bitch. That's why. There's no other reason to call the fucking police. When you call in the ambulance, it's because somebody's hurt. When you call in the fire department, it's a fire. When you call the police, you are calling people to be your gangsters or thugs because you're not one. I don't care if you're a female, old lady, I don't care what. If you are anybody decent, somebody's going to stand up for you in the community. You don't need the police. If you anybody decent, there'll be a uproar in the community about you way stronger than the police. Because all they going to do is come in to fuck up shit and not even fix up shit. They going to come in and fuck it up. What do you think people was calling before there was the police? People have their own family and shit like that, you feel me? It's just normal shit. You ain't going to kill nobody's grandmother or do this or do that, or you know motherfuckers is gonna come hunt you down, nigga. I was thinking earlier, like, if I ruled the world, what would be my punishment for a motherfucker committing or just a random act of murder or some shit like that? Probably throw him in a cage, you know, with some type of animal or something. Maybe one that he maybe could survive. Not a hyena or no shit like that, or no lion, but like, you know, something fierce. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. It might get dangerous. He might be in there with something crazy because you killed somebody. So leave it to fate or something like that. But I ain't, you know, I don't know. I wouldn't even put things like that in my hands. I would leave that to other people to decide. You feel me? I would leave that to other people to decide because, shit, that's an opinion-based thing, you heard?
Yeah, sorry, bro.
No, you please, bro. That's an opinion-based thing, so, shit. So y'all see that? That was a group of 4 people. My face be so goddamn crunched up. It be looking like I'm gonna, no, I'm peace too. But I'm used to the same thing everybody else probably used to. So when everybody see each other, we all got the same look on our face, you heard? But even when groups is around, you know, because one thing about me, this may sound crazy, but I'm not leaving here till I'm ready to fucking leave, you heard? Now, it may be one of them nights where I think I am, and I may tell myself, yeah, and I might get up and go on about my day and move on, and then I leave and motherfuckers like, oh, I thought you said, I've probably been said it, that's why. But on some conscious shit, nigga, if you think God walk around thinking the devil can beat him up all day? You think that? I don't walk around thinking nothing like that. You heard? When people see me, you can kind of feel that this is not going to go your way, and that it's not going to go nobody's way. It's going to go a bad way. And if you have any love of your life or anything like that, then we both going to fucking make it out of that, because we're not even going to clash. You know? And it's respect due, because I run across people with that same energy. But the difference is I'm not out here troublemaking and picking and bothering people, so I would never care to even know, you know what I mean? But I do feel it sometimes, like, oh, son gonna go, just like me. Respect. his family is good, you know. I say things like that in my head because I'm not trying to like antagonize nobody outside or harm anybody, no matter what, at the end of the day. So, you know, and you feel that humbleness too off of real killers. They really just trying to move along and get on with their day and be decent, man. It's hard to. It's hard to. Why the fuck everybody in the world gotta struggle, but nobody wanna crack the system? Nobody wanna crack the code. You know what it is too? Before I get off of here, I'm gonna tell you what I come to the conclusion. I got a name for what I think the movement is, and what the ideology of the movement should be. And it's the minimalist. Why the minimalist? Because we have to scale back on a lot of shit in order to escape the devil. You can't love God and you love everything the devil made. Every single thing the devil touched and put out, and you can't love God, bro. That's for me. That's for everybody. Motherfuckers gotta scale back. That's what I be talking about. Motherfuckers gotta scale back. Doesn't matter what. TV, eating all type of random foods and shit. Motherfuckers be like, oh, I want this tonight. I want this. That's some devil shit. That's some real devil shit. It should be, abundance is a blessing from the planet, from the universe. Abundance. To have this many things growing and this and it's seasonal. Motherfuckers doing all this deviltry is the devil. That's it. That's exactly what it is. I want this. I want that. You want the devil. When you don't want nothing, God gonna come in your fucking space and ask you what you want. Because none of this shit fucking matters. And that's the key of what motherfuckers be trying to teach you through the whole thing. The minute you give up your desires of all these weird things, which is really just a desire to be idolized by people. Because why you want that for? You ever had things and no one to share it with? You go crazy, motherfucker. Why you want it for? So somebody can see you with it. So that devil that lives inside of you, if you won't even acknowledge that it's there, you done for. But some people know what I'm talking about. That ego, that shit they gotta let go of. Shit I be fighting every day on a personal note. Even though I come out and bash everybody else like they ain't shit, I handle my own bashing too. And when someone whose stature is elevated enough to bash me, I kindly accept that because I want to get better. Bash that bullshit the fuck out of me. You know? I'm not gonna reject it. I'm not gonna be looking for some shit they do to try to even why they can't tell me nothing. No, I'm gonna take greatness for what it is. You know, appreciate it. It's not a normal, common thing you run across all the time. Real greatness and a motherfucker with a real desire to actually help you. You know, gotta cherish that shit. I be going so above and beyond to cherish shit like that sometimes that motherfuckers be doled off by it. Like, damn, you alright, bro? Like, yeah, I'm just really excited by this good shit, man. So absorbed with bad shit all the time. Like, I'm really appreciative. I'm excited. You know, good shit, man. That shit is a high. If you ain't never did nothing good and got high off of it, then you don't know what I'm talking about. Doing good shit sometimes feel good as a motherfucker, man. And with that, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. But I figured this shit out. Less is more. A lot of times. That's what we need right now. Less. We need to wake up, have something to eat, and enjoy fucking nature. Look at this, just chill, relax, calm the fuck down. Don't do too much. Figure your job out, figure this shit out. If enough motherfuckers figure it out, everybody else be good too, because we gonna look out.